simple tinder bundle from that weed we looked at earlier today. Just gonna light it. Now I'm going to start processing more wood into it, bigger stuff with more density. Apparently some of that stuff that didn't get put in earlier. This stuff. Yeah, I got smoke billowing out, but there's the door open, so we're not worried about it. Now let's close that up. Nice blurry photo. Real simple, easy, fast way to get fire in the winter. Always standing weeds like that. Very good. Now the water's warm. It is getting actually a little hotter than it needs to be, so we'll set it on the side. As you can see, I also got the rocks laid out. These are going to be heated up and set around the tent or in other tents if needed. That's the way I set out heat. Basically, wash your hands. I wish you could smell this lovely fragrance. And yes, the fragrances are picked for bug repellents. This one has the orange and cinnamon, which ticks and mosquitoes do not like. I also have the lemon, which also insects don't like. And cherry tobacco was one of the other flavors, which the cherry they like, but the tobacco has the nicotine property that they don't. Semi-clean hands, right? Okay, so this, my friends, is the creosote buildup after a week of camping. Yeah, I'm burning a lot of pine because that's what we have. I'm definitely getting a toilet brush and cleaning out the pipes before starting them again. Check it out. It's going to be a rather simple process. The pipes are very small, but just show you this does happen in every wood stove, and why you do not burn pine in house wood stoves is because it is more abundant in that the pine sap is more flammable and more runny. So you typically burn hardwood only. But I figured I'd have time to clean this, and so we're going to do that more than likely with a stick right now, but we'll get a toilet brush, a wire bristle brush later to do it. This is the after the creosote scrape out. I basically just took a thick branch, the better length of the pipe, and just scraped it out onto my ash pile. Okay, so yeah, be sure to check your pipe if you are burning pine. This is going to be a recurring problem. If you're burning hardwood, it may be less, but it's still going to happen, so be ready for it. Okay, another creosote check. Check it out, this is the buildup. I'm burning a lot of pine. That is one of my main sources of wood right now. It's abundant in this little area I'm in. I haven't had to go more than 300 yards to get my wood rations. It is all pine though. So from the last creosote check to this creosote check, that is the buildup. Alright, we'll be cleaning this out with a stick. I still haven't got the brush I wanted, but we'll get to that. And then stacking it back on the chimney. Alright, you can see here it's been about 3 to 4 days in the same spot. It is winter now, so everything is frozen, or was frozen. Now this stuff here, this little root base, is starting to dry out under the stove and catch tinder and amber. So to prevent that, we laid down some ground cover, some rocks, to stop the heat from going. Now you could probably do this with a metal plate or a large enough piece of slate, or a ceramic tile can also work. Right now we're improvising with some stone. Just to make note, if you are going to stay in the same spot for like 3 or 4 days, be wary of material like this catching amber underneath your stove. Also, clean it out properly. Good deal. Alright, so this is about what we're looking for. Should be able to pull a full boiled, there it is, right there, egg. Yeah, there's another one. Yummy. Voila. Now we're gonna add my favorite spice. Little crushed red pepper. And the packets of flavoring. New rain guard for the stovepipe. Yeah. See, what I'm doing here is I got a pile of ash that I gotta burn off so I can dump the stove and restack it for some more heating. Anybody that's worked with a wood stove before knows that the ash does build up and you gotta eventually dump it out. So I am trying to keep my tent warm and some water for washing up and some tea for drinking as I'm doing this. But just raking it from the back up with this stick, this metal rod, which is way too short, by the way. Burn the crap out of your hands. This stick actually works way better. Gotta kick back up. Close it. This thing is pretty handy for latching onto this so you don't burn your fingers. Let it get as much oxygen as you can because you want it to burn up. Again, definitely get a longer stick because that little metal rod is not long enough. But everything else seems to be working fine. Up here, the flange bolt came loose sometime in transit, so we're running kind of flange via flangeless. And the screwdriver, as always, you want to keep, because these always come loose as you're turning them, and to be able to tighten them up and lock them in place. See, that one was wicked loose. Is important. See that? There's that little bit of kindling. I've already got that up. See, I probably want to remove because it's a little hot. Still smoldering. The ash. Wonder if glue won't have the ash out. Get too much of that ash build up in the stove, we won't have enough airflow for the fire. So you want to do this like once every 2 days. Yeah. Orange peels in the wash pan. That's face cloth. That's dishcloth. Okay, so I got my hardwood cut up in my tin container. Now I'm going to close up some of these air holes here. Let's see, this one right here. See how that's got a lot of air right there? You don't want that. You want that closed in. Nice, compact, no air holes. And then I'm going to put it in there. And hopefully, when I'm done, I will have some activated charcoal, which you need to filter water. What happens is the carbon in the charcoal contracts to bacteria and holds on to it, and the water passes through the charcoal, leaving a nice flavor for you to enjoy in your tea after you boil it for 1 minute as well. Well, there you go. Third night in the fire. Boom! Active char. Now I put this in a water filter and I should be able to drink water. Also works for brushing your teeth. Helps clean the digestive tract if eaten. Whole bunch of other medicinal purposes as well as camping purposes.